I don't have the answer to that, unfortunately. But I do know that the way I sell my work is that it's the people that see it like it, and they like it because somehow I can tell a story now, and that's all they want. Just tell me a story. If it's a good story, if it's well written, if it's interesting, if it's engaging storytelling, then people will buy it. So I guess what you have to do, and it's a philosophical answer to your question, is the story has to be the key, not technically.
Not technical. Let's divide the two questions. How do you find out a good format, a good story to tell? Are there particular researches you do, particular stuff you make, particular storyboarding to do? Which are your advice about that?
Let me tell you something. Challenge yourself, because everybody has a story to tell. If you can tell it right, everybody has a story to tell, and it's interesting, and it'll be engaging, and it'll sometimes be emotional. It may not be on the surface like a collector of Barbie dolls that's very easy pickings, but I guarantee you that if you go up to any of these people, they'd have a compelling story to tell. You just got to know how to do it.
Okay. And then, which are your advices when you have to sell? So you got the boss of a TV station, and how do you behave in that moment? How do you tell him, I have a good story for you? And which part, a big part, a little part of the story, would you let him show before he buys?
Well, that's exactly right. You tell a boss that you have a good story to tell, and they don't believe you. They don't care. They'll never see it. Somehow you've got to get them to watch a minute. And
Not more, I think.
no, not more than a minute. And I'll tell you one thing. I have patterned my work knowing that somebody would start the play button, and I want to make sure that when they start that play button, that's the best minute I've got. And so every show that I've done, I've made sure that first minute that they see is probably the best. And I'll work this way. I hope that it's, it looks like this, but I'll start with the best, and maybe it'll not end in the best, but I hope it does. Is if Italian freelancer wants to sell their work, they don't have to get into $100,000 or what's your
Euro.
They don't have to spend 100,000 euro to and go in debt and then try to sell something. My whole setup here cost less than $1,000. The whole thing, and that's all I use, and it's perfect. So that's a lot of pressure off of somebody already to not have the burden of trying to buy all of this equipment, right? Don't you? Right? So yes, is this the wave of the future? I don't know, but for me, all I know is I can go out with this, and as you saw, go to another town, find a person who had an incredible story to tell, and apparently everybody liked it.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
The blog, the site, the information to get in touch with you.
And you must know how to spell Castellucci. So it's MikeCastellucci.com.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I tell that in America, nobody knows how to spell it, but you guys better.
Yeah, we know. Thank you, Professor.